Well, wasn't expecting to do this video today. Jorge Mateo has been traded to the San Diego Padres. So, it's PLB, then will be news back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Jorge Mateo being traded to the San Diego Padres. Yeah. I'll give you my reaction, my thoughts. Make sure to drop a like on this video. I am recording at 10:46 p.m. So make sure to drop a like. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I upload a video. It's July by the time you see this video. It's June 30th right now. But it'll be July by the time you see this video. And in July I'm going to try to be more consistent on the uploads because I know at the end I was very inconsistent, and I'm going to try to be more consistent. So make sure to drop a like on this video, and I'm sorry if it's a little bit dark behind me. That's just because if I put the overhead light on, which is the light right above there, it's too bright and you can't even see my face, so it looks kind of bad. I've got this light right here, which is working right now, right here. So yeah, that's besides the point though. Yeah, hadn't checked my computer in a while. That's why I hadn't filmed this video earlier for tomorrow. But 3 hours ago, Jorge Mateo has been traded, and baseball's back, and wasn't expecting to do this video. So yeah, Jorge Mateo has been traded to the San Diego Padres from the Oakland A's for a player to be named later. Before we get into it, though, make sure to subscribe to my other channels. Link in the description below to those channels. Basketball channel, and I will drop a new reaction video sometime soon on my other channel. So make sure to subscribe to those channels. And I've got a great video dropping on my basketball channel. I guess it's tomorrow today, but today, the day you're seeing it, if you get the point. It's going to be my 2020 NBA playoff predictions. The NBA is resuming in Orlando, obviously. So yeah, it will premiere on July 1st, 1:30 p.m. So make sure to subscribe so you will get when the premiere starts. But after that long intro, let's go ahead and get into this video. So first off, when I saw this trade, I thought there was going to be a lot of other players involved. But a player to be named later seems... I just don't like this trade because you're trading a former top prospect. Got the Tampa Yankees hat on, by the way. He was a former Tampa Yankees Tampa Harpoons player, Jorge Mateo. He was a former top prospect in the Yankees organization, and I think he was a very high potential player, and I still think he is to this day. Now, with this move to the San Diego Padres, he now is probably going to be moved to second base because he did play. He's a shortstop, but he's going to have to be moved to second base, which may keep him in AAA to start the season, to work on some second base, because I don't think he's played second base very often in his career. But for the San Diego Padres, I'm a huge fan of this move. It boosts their farm system even more, and they have a great farm system anyways, without Jorge Mateo, or not. And it boosts their farm system. He's pretty much Major League ready in 2020. They've got Fernando Tatis right there at shortstop. Manny Machado at third base. He can't play first base. Eric Hosmer's there. So second base is about the only fit for him. And who would their starting second baseman be right now? Like Greg Garcia, who's not a very good second baseman. So it definitely would be an upgrade, which I think is good for the Padres. They get another top prospect if he doesn't play in the major leagues to load their farm system. And maybe even as a trade piece for another superstar. Maybe some pitching. I think they've got some pitching that's really good. And I think he's a good trade piece if you want to go with that. And he fits well at second base. You can go with either. And really like this move for the Padres. Now for the Oakland A's, I don't like it as much. And a player to be named later, I think you could do a little bit better. Unless it's going to be a really good player coming back, which I don't think it's going to be. I think it's going to be kind of a bad player coming back. I just don't see this being a good move for the Oakland A's. I see it as pointless. Now, I understand you have Marcus Semien right there, but he is a free agent after this season. And I think you want to keep Jorge. If I was them, I would have kept Jorge Mateo in AAA, and if Marcus Semien left, I would have, which is probably likely considering the A's don't like to spend a lot of money, I would have Jorge Mateo, and Jorge Mateo is a above average shortstop in Major League Baseball. Now, if you're using him as a trade piece, I like the trade. But if you're not, well, if you are, that's good. If you're putting him at second base, that's good as well. Jorge Mateo has already been traded 2 times in his young career, and he was once a highly regarded prospect in the New York Yankees farm system. He was traded to Oakland along with Dustin Fowler, who was good, now on the St. Louis Cardinals, and James Kaprielian. I've never heard of him. At the 2017 on-waiver trade deadline, in the deal that brought Sonny Gray to New York, which didn't turn out to be a good move for the Yankees. It just didn't. So since then, Mateo's career has been up and down. He did notably finish with a career best 19 home runs at AAA, but a call to MLB has yet to come. And, I mean, they have a loaded infield right now. They have Jerks and Profar. I totally forgot about who will be their starting second baseman. And I just don't know how Jorge Mateo can fit into this. Now, he is very fast. So one place that I could see him moving as far as a position is center field. I think he could move to center field and really be a perfect fit for the Padres. They have Franchy Cordero out there right now, who I would put as their starting center fielder. Maybe you guys disagree, but I would put him as their starting center fielder. And it'd be a big upgrade if you moved Jorge Mateo to center field. But if you don't, I think it's not as great. And I'm just happy we have a trade to talk about. I really like trades, so if you do want to see more trade content, make sure to drop a like on this video. And whenever the trades start happening, I will be covering them. I really like to talk about trades, so not a lot to talk about here. Jorge Mateo would probably be the number 10, and that's maybe even lower. I'm telling you, the Padres farm system is loaded, and I just don't see him being higher than that. That's just me, but I don't see him being higher than that. I don't think there's a way he can be higher than that. They have Mackenzie Gore, who will probably go off the prospect rankings this year, which will bring him higher, because he will be a starting pitcher, which will help boost that Padres starting pitching, which is not very good. They do have Chris Paddock as their ace, but besides that, they don't really have a good pitchers looking at right now. But if Mackenzie Gore and some other pitchers come up, they're going to have a very good starting pitching and a above average starting pitching. And with their relief pitching, I'm a big fan of their relief pitching. You've got Kirby Yates coming in as your closer. Emilio Pagan as well. Going to be your 8th inning guy. You've got a lot of good relievers in that bullpen that I like. I think overall the Padres have a really good team. Now, it sucks that the Dodgers are in that division because, I mean, they're one of those teams, kind of like the Reds were for a lot of years, and a team that was just in the wrong division. And I think this is going to be a thing time and time again with the Padres. The Diamondbacks are really good. They've got Ketel Marte. They've got Starling Marte. They've got many of other good players. They've got Christian Walker. They've got Carson Kelly. They've got a loaded pitching staff as well. With Madison Bumgarner, they've got Luke Weaver. They've got Mike Leake, who's going to be sitting out for the 2020 season. So technically, they don't have Mike Leake. They have Robbie Ray. They have a loaded starting pitching, and their bullpen does concern me, the D-backs, but I still think they're a very good team. And probably the second best team looking at right now in that division. Dodgers obviously are the best. Their farm system's loaded. And the only thing that concerns me with the Dodgers is their relief pitching. And I know this video's kind of got off track since like about the 8-minute mark. I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to get it back on track, but I am going to talk more about the other teams in this division because it does kind of relate. And you've got the Giants in that division, which are not going to be that great for 2020. Their 2020 draft, I think, was terrible. They do have a bright future. Seth Corey, a left-handed pitcher. Joey Bart, a catcher. They've also got Patrick Bailey, who doesn't fit with their team, but he's there. And they've also got Ramos. I can't pronounce his first name, but Ramos, an outfielder. So they do have some pretty good prospects. And you've got the Rockies also, who is another one of those teams just in the wrong division. And the Padres and Rockies are both in the wrong division because they're both very good teams. You've got Nolan Arenado. You've got Trevor Story. You've got Brendan Rodgers, who's a top prospect in baseball, who I think has been a little bit overrated. And you've got... See, the Rockies' problem is pitching. And looking at the Padres 2020 roster, I think that could be a similar thing. The Rockies usually have decent relief pitching, and then they just don't have starting pitching that's worth a crap. And San Diego right now, it looks like they're not going to have great starting pitching minus Chris Paddock, because Chris Paddock's going to be very good. But minus that, they don't really have good pitchers unless you're looking in their farm system. The Dodgers have stacked starting pitching, which I know I'm comparing them to the Dodgers. I don't think they're nearly as good as the Dodgers, but they are similar to the Dodgers in their minor league system. They have a stacked farm system. I say top 5 both. You're going to be adding good... you've got... The Dodgers have more of a loaded starting pitching farm system. They have Brusdar Graterol, who they got from the Twins. They've got Tony Gonsolin. They've got Dustin May. They've got Gavin Lux, who's going to be their starting second baseman. They are stacked as well. And the Padres are stacked in their farm system too. I think the Dodgers are the number 2 best farm system, and the Padres are probably number 3, number 4. Really good farm system from the Padres. And this just makes it even better with this Jorge Mateo trade. And they're top 5 in baseball, in my opinion, as far as farm system rankings. If you haven't watched my farm system rankings video, I will put a link to that in the description below. I know this has been a kind of long video to where I said there was not much to talk about. But you can expect Jorge Mateo to be on that 60-man roster pool for the Padres. Now, they can change it a little bit. It's kind of like a regular roster. They can change it as much as they want. And Jorge Mateo is probably going to be on that 60-man player pool. Whether he starts with the Padres or he starts on the 60-man player pool is another question. And I personally think that he probably starts on the 60-man player pool just because they have Jurickson Profar, who I think they're going to start with. And if he plays terrible, they go Jorge Mateo. And he's going to be on that 60-man player pool, and you could see him come up very quickly in a shortened 2020 season, especially if the Padres are looking for a good second baseman, or maybe just want him to try out some outfield. It's a weird year, so why not try him out for some outfield? That's my thinking for this move. I know it's kind of a long video, but if you made it to the end, you had to enjoy something, so make sure to drop a like. Because I am recording at 11 p.m. So you'll see this video tomorrow, July 2nd, most likely, unless I don't upload. And the next video after this will be my way too early 2021 MLB mock draft, unless there's some major news that I have to cover, and I don't think there's going to be. And there's been a lot of news for me to cover today and tomorrow, I guess you could say. So leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I upload a video. That's going to be the end of this video. Make sure to drop a like. I've said that like 5 times, but make sure to drop a like. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more videos very, 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 very soon.